The Infected Halloween Party is brought to you by Extreme Carp Bait Carp Pellets. When it comes to catching carp, nothing else comes close. And now a word from our celebrity spokesperson, Harry Hamlin. These carp pellets are red hot. When it comes to catching real monster carp, I don't use anything else. You know, they say monster carp, the really big ones, are the wisest animals on earth. In fact, some ancient Indian cultures worship the carp, and according to sacred legend, would wade into the water at night and ride on the backs of these great carp to a secret netherworld where all the secrets of life, love, and groovy happiness would be explained to them. Well, that's a nice story, but I don't believe it. You see, I think carp is a filthy animal. That's why I like to kill them. Kill them using Extreme Carp Bait Carp Pellets. Pick some up today. I'm Harry Hamlin. Extreme Carp Bait Carp Pellets. When it comes to catching carp, nothing else comes close.
Infected.
Boo! Did I scare you? Well, I hope not too badly, but maybe just a little. Just enough to be fun. Yeah, fun. Kind of like when you're riding your bike, taking a shortcut through a bad neighborhood and some smart-mouthed black kids chase you for a few blocks, saying they're going to pop your ass, and you're not sure if they really have guns or not, but your bike is way better than theirs, so you get away. It's scary, but it's a little fun in the end. And with that, welcome to the Infected Halloween Party, the poorly carved jack-o'-lantern that just sort of sits there and rots. Nobody bothering to clean it up. Months and months after Halloween has come and gone. Just sitting there, rotting. Growing that gray hair mold and becoming a nest for bugs, just sitting there on the dilapidated front porch of a known drug house in one of the seediest stretches of the network neighborhood, until what's left of that once proud gourd finally freezes solid, and an angry meth head kicks it into the neighbor's yard, where it won't be found until the spring thaw. I'm Internet's Martin Sargent. And you have picked a hell, pun intended, night to ring our doorbell asking for treats, because this is the Infected Halloween Party! Yay! And who better to share my delicious Halloween candy and whiskey with than my two best pals, Joey and the Gator. Hey, fellas.
Happy Halloween, Martin.
Happy Halloween. Thanks a lot for coming to my Halloween party, guys.
Man, you make up some of the best damn fiddle faddle I've ever had in my life. I like it.
You like my cowboy outfit?
I'll put some...
It's beautiful.
You're looking
I'm
good.
rooting and I'm tooting. I've been a cowboy like every year for the past 13, 14 years, except for last year when I was the friendly bear.
That was a good year to be friendly bear, considering.
Considering what?
Broke back.
Oh, I never even thought of that, Joe. Look at Joe being all pirate gay himself. What the hell? What are you? You're like the butt pirate, I guess. Is that what that
I'm
is?
the 7 Seas, bitch.
Yeah, you got on. I didn't know pirates wore isotoner gloves like that.
Don't make fun of my gauntlets. These are my gauntlets.
Did Dad Marino wear those same gloves in that commercial?
And what the fuck are you supposed to be dressed up?
What? You didn't get it. You just got a, what is it, cone hat on.
I get more candy than you, buddy. Any old day of the week. I drive around with this. You drive with the cone head on in your truck, and nobody ever pulls you over. They figure you're just like some waterhead or something. you drive.
Oh, let him go.
You be weaving drunk, and then you got that cone head on. They see it from behind me, like, man, he's
Oh,
all.
look at that poor fella. He's all deformed. They must have pulled him out of his mommy's womb with those calipers.
Poor little inbred country hick.
He's badly misfigured. Just let him go.
Well, Infected is, of course, a show about internet. Always a scary place, but even more so as Halloween approaches. You know, the kooks and the loons, they really start oozing through the cracks of the HTML this time of year.
You telling me, man.
Oh, you know it.
Them kids have been up around my truck every night, and I'm trying to get some sleep. And they be banging on it and shit, lighting off fireworks, smashing pumpkins.
You come out with the cone hat on.
I got to come out there with a half yard of my walking stick. Trying to clean that shit. It's a crazy time of the year.
It is.
I mean, everybody's out running around.
And you live down where all the
It's a grown man's holiday. Not grown people go out there dressed up. You know, it's not them kids anymore. It's like, what's up with that with America? All them grown people just dressed up all the time. You know, like you may just wear these costumes tonight, like yes, but why is it every time you go out, you drive around, everybody's out? It's supposed to be a kids' holiday. Now it's all grown people out there going around.
holiday now.
It's the biggest. It's like everybody's bigger than Christmas now.
And it's always in the gay neighborhoods. You notice that? Up in San Francisco, it was in the Castro. Here down in Los Angeles, they do it over in West Hollywood.
Well, they like to dress up like
They're fancy.
they get some good costumes though. You gotta say
They do. It's a fun time. But yeah, everyone, the whole internet.
I don't like it.
It's it's getting creepy going online. I mean, in just the past week. Check out some of the people who have asked if they could be my MySpace friend. There's this guy here, and then these two lovely ladies, and then
wait, who? Where?
look at this guy. Here's the first one. This guy, he wants to be my. And then these two doll faces here.
Are those women?
Yeah, and then Then this guy thing. I don't know.
Why do you gotta judge our fans?
I don't know. They just want. But is it rude that I refuse to allow any of them to be my MySpace friend?
Well, she got a bag of Funyuns. Yeah, I think that is rude.
I was just trying to be safe and responsible. I have a family to think about here, Gator.
Is that what she got in her hand there?
A bag of Funyuns or something like that.
Her?
I like her. She's got a big bag of Lestra.
Big bag of chips.
My.
Joey, would you go there?
No.
Joey would go there.
Joey, go there in the goth club in the bathroom.
No.
Hey, that must be some trick-or-treaters. Either that, or it's the death metal band I hired to play at our Halloween party. Hey, it's the death metal band. Joining us now is the premier Black Sabbath cover band in Southern California, and they are called the Black Lotus Coven. Welcome to our Halloween party, guys.
Thanks for having us on your show, Martin.
Oh, it's great having you guys here. Now, did you guys form a Black Sabbath cover band because Black Sabbath just kicks a whole lot of ass and you love the music, or was it more to fill what you saw as a potentially lucrative niche in the cover band landscape?
Well, 90% of the reason was because we are very much hardcore Black Sabbath.
Because Black Sabbath fucking rocks!
But I have to admit that 10% of it was that we felt that Black Sabbath's music is long-lasting and it just kicks ass.
Oh, it never dies, man. In fact, it's undead.
It is timeless, buddy.
Absolutely.
Now, your band is known for preferring not to cover the overplayed, commercial, shittier Sabbath tracks,
No
but
shitty Sabbath
rather the
tracks.
deeper, the darker, the B-sides, like Children of the Grave, right?
Right.
But let's say that you're playing. You guys are a band for hire. You're playing some kid's bar mitzvah, and this kid really wants to hear Iron Man. You gonna do it? You're gonna say, "Fuck you, kid."
We're going to do it, but we'll be shavinating while we do it.
What you don't do a sweet leaf?
You ever eat a bat or something like that at a bar mitzvah? You do that kind of thing?
Do we do what?
Did you ever eat bats when you're
No, no bats.
No? You never throw puppies out into the crowd of little kids at the bar mitzvah and say you're not going to play until they come back all dead?
No dead puppies, no bats. Not on the menu.
How many of you in the band worship our Dark Lord Satan?
None of us do.
What?
If you think about it, he's a bad guy to worship. Never comes through on his promises and promises you the world. He's kind of like a bad promoter.
Yeah.
What about, have you ever been to a blood orgy or anything like that?
No blood orgies.
Well, are you guys like a born-again Christian Black Sabbath band?
No, we have some people who are, very religious and other people who aren't. It's not.
Isn't that kind of a conflict? Because the Black Sabbath, I mean, I would think that's not very well. That's a little antithetical to the Christianity thing, is it not?
No, it isn't. If you really read the lyrics of Black Sabbath, they're taking you away from,
Yeah. Well, let me ask you this: what's up with all the black cloaks and the graveyards and all that kind of imagery that you have? I mean, are you guys really into that kind of thing, or is that just sort of theatricality? You just catering to your fans by doing that?
You know what? I have to admit, I love my fucking black cloak.
There you go, buddy.
I have one too, man. I wore it. I seen Sabbath before back in the day. Hey, what's your favorite song to play?
I think our favorite song to play is Children of the Grave.
Yeah, it's a kick-ass song. And let me say, you guys kicked a whole lot of ass at B.B. King's in Universal City. When's the next big show that people around in Southern California can come see you at?
Well, you know what? Right now we're heading back into the studio, and we are working on more songs, so we don't have a big show, geared up just yet.
So are these all now original songs, or are you doing more covers of Black Sabbath in the studio?
We only do covers of Black Sabbath, but eventually we'll break into originals, maybe in a couple of years or something. But we really want to focus on the Black Sabbath material.
You got to focus on the Black Sabbath, man. Keep focusing on the Black Sabbath. That's where it's fucking at, man.
Have you ever met Ozzy?
No, I haven't. I would love to meet Ozzy.
Who wouldn't?
Ozzy is the man.
Would you ever snort ants with Ozzy?
No, I would, though.
All right, boys. It's been great having the Black Lotus Coven on the show.
Keep on rocking,
You
boys.
want to play us out?
Rock.
All right. What are we going to hear? Play us out.
All right, you guys are going to hear Lord of this World.
All right. Here they are. The Black Lotus Coven. Take it away, fellas. Woohoo! If you want to book the Black Lotus Coven for your next event, look them up on tribute-band.com. Wow, those guys kick ass, huh? Yeah. That is... we couldn't get the real Black Sabbath on the show, I guess.
Oh, they're good enough.
But they're good enough. They are the best Black Sabbath cover band in all of Southern California. That's for damn sure.
Well...
Everyone knows that.
Seem like a nice group of fellas.
They do,
and they rock out, and that's what's really important.
It is, especially this time of year around the Halloween.
I think so.
Well, speaking of scary Halloween, I think it's a pretty safe bet that the three of us sitting around this filthy table here have seen more fucked up, scary, next level, can't believe that actually happened, internet videos than any other living Americans. Maybe not Gator. Because Gator doesn't have.
Well, I'm on the computer now.
You on the computer?
Yeah, I got a MySpace page now too.
Really?
Well, you got me all set up with that, and I'm just trying to.
Where do you check that? You got to go to the public library?
I got myself a computer.
How do you plug it into the truck?
I got one. I bought one at a yard sale. What's that?
You plug it into like the cigarette lighter?
No, man. I got electricity in my truck. I got a generator out there and everything.
I had no idea. How do you get internet?
I don't know. I just
you go war driving.
Well, it's one of them laptop things, and I think somebody in the little park where I live has got one of those. Whatever it is, because I just turn it on and it goes on.
You're lucky.
You tell me how it works. I don't know. Shit.
I don't know. So okay.
I'm on. The
All right, you're on. You got the MySpace. What is your MySpace?
Y'all got under my skin and got give me so much shit about it. I got on the computer.
MySpace.com.
I love it.
MySpace.com. What? Gator? How does it go?
I don't know. It's a gator.
You're one of my MySpace friends. People can find you through mine. Anyway, since this is our Halloween party, I thought it'd be a good time for us to show the infected army what each of us here considers the number one scariest, most blood-curdling internet video that any of us have ever seen. Right? All right. So who wants to go first? I'm going to go first because this is my party. So let's check it out here. This is okay.
Hold up.
Look at this. Here, look at these two women here. They're coming out on the beach. This reminds me, Gator, when you and I were on the beach down at Mission Beach, and I almost got taken by the sea. I think you know what's going to happen here. Yeah, one of them is just like you, sitting there reading her goddamn Us Weekly or whatever the hell she's reading, some Jackie Collins book, just like you were, faggot. And I'm the brave guy. I go out in the sea, just like that old hag there.
What's the last thing I told you for you when I said, look
Don't
out,
get ripped by a riptide.
Look out for the riptide.
Just like that lady said to her, be careful out there. But I said I was a strong swimmer, just like you. Now look at her. She's out there.
I'm laying there reading an article about.
I can't get in. And her friend doesn't know. She's her friend's just like, hi, how you doing?
That's like me. I was laying there reading about Jessica.
Oh, I can't even look at this. Oh!
Guy next to me says, I think that guy's stuck in a riptide.
Well, the difference between these two old birds and what we had is there was like 1 million people on the beach when I got ripped by the riptide. They're the only two out there. Yeah. So at least they didn't have the embarrassment that I did. When she gets rescued, no one was there to see it. Yeah, well. Oh, God, it was just... People, I'm not joking. Riptides are some serious shit. This is not a joke.
Sea is a powerful mistress.
It is. Poseidon will poke you with his trident and take you down to Atlantis.
Sea doesn't have... It's not about deserving with the sea. It just takes who it wants, when it wants, and there's nothing you can do but respect it and fear it.
The sea can be a treat, a very refreshing one on a hot summer day. But good Lord, it can pull a trick on you. And that's my scariest Halloween video of all time. I think that was from a Rescue 911 episode or something like that.
Well, let me show you mine here.
How about yours?
This is mine here. It's a beautiful truck. It's cruising along the road like that. It's just like all of a sudden, and then just look at
Jesus Christ!
You know, my cousin Tony got taken with a.
It got T-boned.
It got taken by. He got hit like that T-bone by an 18-wheeler in his truck. The only thing they found in him was his left foot. They had an open casket for him. All they had was part of his left foot severed about mid shin.
Why are you laughing about that shit? That's some fucked up shit.
He had a little tiny coffin. They had like a silk little coffin on the end. I never seen it. It was the most. That was the most terrible thing I've ever seen in my life. And
you're still laughing. What the fuck? You are one heartless motherfucker.
You know, Joey, Tony wasn't right anyway, and it was kind of funny. when we went in there, it was a church. It was all solemn, and they had a little bitty coffin like what you'd bury a cat in or something. Like what you bury a little monkey in or something, like this little tiny little coffin. But it was all made up nice, like it had these little nice joints on it, gold and everything. It was all had some bric-a-brac and some good, it had nicely hand carved, crafted, and had the little silk inlaid. And you go up and you look in it, there's nothing in there but like a little left foot.
And it was even open casket. Excellent.
And, he had himself a little Tasmanian devil tattoo on his ankle there. That's how you could tell it was his.
So I thought that was your scariest video when you sent it to me because the truck got all messed up, but it was actually, it made you think of your cousin Tony.
No, I was worried about the truck. I mean, Tony fucked. Tony. I mean, it hurt real bad when Tony got taken like that. But Tony was a real. Nobody much liked him too much in our family. He was a big pain in the ass. Tony had a lot of trouble with the law. Brought a lot of bad shame on our family too. Yeah.
All right.
Holy shit.
Well, Joey, I'm going to open up a Tootsie Pop.
No disrespect,
Joey, okay, now it's your turn. What is the scariest video that you've ever seen in your life?
Well, take a look at this one. I'll just let it speak for itself because it is goddamn disturbing. I mean, look at...
Holy shit. Is that?
Yeah. That's... Yeah.
That was a bad time to put a Tootsie Pop in your mouth. Oh, my God.
What's so wrong with that?
What do you mean it was so...
I kind of like that.
Bet you do, you dirty bastard. Fuck, Gator, you are fucked up. You are.
Y'all are fucked up. Y'all got all these issues. You gotta throw that off.
Oh yeah, I'm a real prude. I don't want that lady putting.
I can't lift that. I can't throw that off.
I'm a real yeah.
I can't even bench 10 pounds. Fuck.
I really gotta open up sexually so I can get turned on by that. You sick motherfucking thing.
You go into a Motel 6 room with her in the evening. And you come out in the morning, you'll be a man. Until then, y'all are just boys.
Wow, all three of those videos, real scary. Getting ripped by the riptide, getting crushed by the truck, and getting flattened by that lady's fat ass stomach. I think that we should take a break now. We need a break. So Joe can bob for pickles with his ass.
Hey, we said we were done with this pickle shit.
Now, there's a long story. It's a long story. It's not as gay as it sounds. We'll be right back with maybe Joey will tell us the pickle in his ass story. But we'll also be back with the man behind RetroCrush.com, Robert Barry, to talk about how much more fucked up Halloween used to be than it is now. Right after this word from our sponsor.
Yeah. The Infected Halloween Party is brought to you by Extreme Carp Bait Carp Pellets. When it comes to catching carp, nothing else comes close. And now a word from our celebrity spokesperson, Harry Hamlin.
Ha 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 ha, don't I know it, Steve? Oh, hi, I'm Harry Hamlin. Perhaps you know me as the star of the hit television series L.A. Law. But what you might not know about me is how I feel about carp. Well, I fucking hate them. I hate everything about them. I think they're a filthy fish, and to be frank, they sometimes haunt me. I swear to Christ that sometimes I dream that I'm being eaten by carp at the bottom of a murky lake. And well, I guess I don't need to say that it really creeps the shit out of me. That's why I like to kill carp. Kill as many as I can.
and nothing helps me catch more carp than extreme carp bait carp pellets. They lure the carp into my kill zone every single time. Again and again and again and again. Those fish, they never learn. They never learn because they're stupid, bottom-feeding, filthy animals that deserve to die. Okay then, thanks. I'm Harry Hamlin. Extreme carp bait carp pellets. When it comes to catching carp, nothing else comes close.
Oh boy, we got a special Halloween treat for you now. Here he is, our entertainment reporter, Johnny O'Banion, with his view from the canyon. Johnny.
And welcome to View from the Canyon with Johnny O'Banion. Hello, this is Johnny O'Banion coming to you live from the tippity top of lovely Laurel Canyon, Los Angeles, California, with all the entertainment news you need to know. First off, news flash! It's Halloween season, All Hallows Eve, ghosty boo-boo, the time when the reanimated dead celebrities stagger the sparkling jasmine streets of the Stardust Rodeo, eating the brains of those too slow-witted to stay out of their way. Glory, celluloid heroes never die. They just keep feeding on the warm souls of the living. We're talking real-life Hollywood horror show. Raisins in the apples, blood on the doorstep. Look out! That's silent movie star Clara Bow, and she's got fangs. She's eating doe-eyed ex-OC waif Misha Barton alive. Blood and gore, wispy sun-blonde hair, sticky with viscera. Sundown for Misha Malibu, and that is the View from the Canyon. Woo! Too hot to print. Yes, that's right. Every October, Johnny O breaks out the powerful jungle hallucinogens, butchers some ghosts, and pours gas on the fire for a wild canyon-style zombie ghoul fest throwdown. Hey, this year's no different. So, who made the list for the Johnny Bash this year? Johnny's number one weirdo is Hollywood hottie Kamora Lee Simmons. Yes, this panther-eyed hot trotter gets to drink the canyon Kool-Aid because she's crazy like a rabid jungle cat. Hiss, pretty, but look out! That slinky little devil cat will chew the toes off your feet. Hey, everybody's talking about Hollywood heartthrob Jake Jarhead Gyllenhaal, but listen, here's a question from the Johnny-O. How do you even pronounce that Flickerjack's name? Giljabooti? What? Hey, doesn't matter, because in the canyon his name is Johnny O'Banion's Kimosabi. Yes, Jake the Jock's a righteous slice of all right. Someone I could gather sagebrush with, have a ritual, maybe kill some rabbits, eat them with a butternut squash and walnut ragu. Hey, ragu, that rhymes with hairdo. And that brings me to Wayne Newton. Yes, semi-dead Vegas crooner here with the helmet hair, the king of Donkashane, the bargain basement fat Elvis without the jumpsuit, the pills, or the loaded 45s. Yes, that chubby-cheeked Vegas vet the Wayne Eater and me used to really tear up the strip, gulping down Black Beauty amphetamines by the fistful, going, smashing clocks off the wall with giant clubs we made from the leg bones of guard dogs we found and killed up at the Kirkwood Bowl. Yes, it's a wolf howl Hollywood humdinger of Halloween, and that is the View from the Canyon. And this is Johnny O'Banion. Thanks for listening.
Infected. And welcome back to the Infected Halloween Party. Now, it's spooky. Now, before we talk to Robert Barry from RetroCrush.com, I want to explain what I said before we went to break. See, we learned on the last episode of Infected, I think it was the last one, that as a boy, bullies in the high school locker room put pickles in Joey's ass, and then taped his ass cheeks shut.
That's what we think.
With duct tape. Isn't that right, Joe? That's what we surmised from the...
La la la. Happy place.
And now, Joe, you have a crippling fear of pickles, do you not? You hate pickles.
It's what I use to describe anything that I hate.
Yeah, well, I have found the perfect girl for you, Joe. It's someone else who is terrified of pickles, and we're going to see her right now on this little web clip from the Maury Povich show. Let's take a look at Joey's dream girl.
Let's hold Joey down and put pickles on him.
No!
Afraid of pickles. I mean, the whole world eats pickles, but it's ruining her life. She's teased in school, and she, of course, in school was called the pickle girl. You know, once you know, this is what the sight of a pickle does to Mariah.
My name is Mariah. I hate pickles. I hate everything about them. Pickles are destroying my life. People make fun of me. I'm so ashamed that I'm actually afraid of them. When I think about pickles, I just want to throw up and run away. What I hate most about a pickle is the shape, the texture of it, the color,
We wanted to see firsthand the extent of Mariah's pickle phobia. So we sent her to the Patterson Pickle Factory, where she would come face to face with thousands upon thousands of pickles.
Wow.
I love her.
You like that, Joe? See? You're not the only one. She must have probably had a pickle up her ass, too. Joe, tell us the story about the pickle
No,
up your ass.
it's too soon.
Well, anyway. See, that's funny. That video's funny to me because I have a crippling fear of Maury Povich.
No shit, man. He's a creepy man.
He really is.
Is he not? What if you woke up one night and Maury Povich was in your room?
Him and Connie Chung just standing there, like side by side, like the two little girls in The Shining that were in the hallway.
Well, Connie Chung I wouldn't mind, but Maury, no.
Oh, I would. Connie Chung is creepy.
Your hair would
Why
be
is she
so
creepy?
bone white. Connie Chung.
There's something real wicked about that woman.
There's something not quite right about her.
Right? Isn't that right? There's something.
She used to be all right, but something happened to her.
I think she got married to Maury Povich, maybe? Maybe that's what did it.
It's like he sucked all her blood out and replaced it with Maury Povich juice or something like that. He just Maury Poviched her. He looks like he smells like burnt toast or something like that.
Hey, there's someone at the door. Must be a trick-or-treater.
Hey, buddy. Who the hell is it?
Hey, everyone. It's Robert Barry from RetroCrush.com.
Hey, everybody, do you have some treats for me?
We sure do, Robert. Thanks so much for coming by our Halloween party.
Wow, this is great.
Now, Robert, for people who don't go to RetroCrush.com with alarming frequency like I do, how do you explain it?
Well, it's the world's greatest pop culture site. Just retro toys, movies, video games.
It's a website about old shit.
What's so great about old shit?
No, it's a website about old shit.
Oh, yes, exactly. But not like, old shit with corn in it. That's a different site.
Gotcha. Now, certainly one of the most robust sections of the site, it's devoted to Halloween, and that's why you're at our Halloween party. In fact, my all-time favorite Retro Crush feature is the one that you did on the worst Halloween costumes of all time.
Yes. Boy, back in the 70s especially, there was these... the classic costumes were these plastic masks with the rubber band on.
These things
you ever
were
have any of
awful.
those when you were growing up?
Everybody slap them on your face, like, well, come up behind you and grab that string and smack your back.
I remember these. My mom is a wonderful woman. She used to spend all this time making my fat obese brother Matthew and I these beautiful costumes. But these other kids, these poor kids, I don't know if they were poor, maybe their parents just didn't give a damn, but they bought these terrible. Like, let's look at this first one here. This is a Welcome Back Kotter Halloween costume.
Yeah, basically it's a little kid with a Gabe Kaplan mask on. How weird that would be there. I mean, what's bizarre is you look back and they just made costumes of just some of the most insane things that you can never imagine kids actually.
No, like this is obviously, it's like a little kid's costume, like a 5-year-old. It would fit a 5-year-old. Probably has no idea who Gabe Kaplan is or any of the other people from the show Welcome Back, Kotter.
That's a good show, though. I like that show.
But even worse than that is this next one here. Talk about kids not having any idea. This is what's his name? The guy who killed his wife, Bonnie Blakely, right?
Robert Blake from Beretta, yeah.
Yeah, like what? A little kid going around dressed like Beretta. Like, that is actually a scary Halloween costume nowadays. Maybe it wasn't back in the 70s when it came out.
Right. Well, even had just some other... like, there's one we have up there of the Leatherman from the Village People.
Yeah, the Village People. Hey, let's make my kid gay by dressing him up in this crappy Village People costume. Then you got, what is this, The Gong Show with Chuck Barris?
Yeah, I guess you got that when the Burt Comby costumes are sold out. I don't know.
And then we move on to, this is the Joni Loves Chachi costume, and the mask is Scott Baio.
Yeah, but you still got Joni on the shirt just in case you really need to have it.
Yeah, just to prove that you're not a total dipshit. At least you got Joni on the front there. And then they even got a Rubik's Cube costume here. This is really good one. This probably drove all the perverts wild when they saw a little kid wearing the Rubik's Cube costume. They just want to go up and like grab the kid and start like playing around with him, you know?
Yeah, we a little further down there, we've got a costume called Atari Asteroids, and the mask is just like a rock. and I think I wrote on there that that there's only I suspect that Mommy, I want to be Atari's Asteroids game for Halloween was only slightly less creepy for parents to hear than Mommy, I just chopped up Fido with a shovel and had sex with his face.
And then we move on to Tattoo from Fantasy Island.
The plane.
The plane.
For scale,
Yeah, actually, that's a good one. And then the worst show I think that's ever been on television was Small Wonder. And you can be this little bitch Vicky the android.
Girl. You could be a robot girl that talked in a monotone. That was one of the worst shows ever made.
What? You have any idea what that girl's doing now? Is she still getting work in Hollywood?
I heard she's sitting in one of those basket things in Thailand that they lower onto you.
Well, she's a basket girl. Either that or she's like down, like selling her ass on the corner of Santa Monica and Hugh Grant down here with all the other crack whores.
She gives a good hand job.
Speaking of pimps, this looks like a pimp, but it's not actually a pimp. That's the Easy Reader guy from Electric Company. Morgan Freeman.
Morgan Freeman was in Electric Company, and he was this kind of pimpy dude who liked reading stuff, unlike most pimps.
That show used to kind of freak me out when I was little.
Word Power on the shirt.
Yeah, that
was a pretty cool costume.
That show actually did used to scare the hell out of me because remember, all the people were always getting sucked down by quicksand. Remember that?
Yeah,
that really freaked me out.
What was that other show? Zoom?
Oh, I didn't have cable. I don't know nothing about Zoom. I don't know nothing about that. The last costume, though, I think, is this Laverne and Shirley or is that Cagney and Lacey? I can't tell.
It could be either, I suppose, but yeah, it's a Cindy Williams Shirley costume there.
Well, that's Schlomeasel, Schlomassel. That's great. Those are the shittiest Halloween costumes of all time, except probably the one that Gator's got on right now. I gotta say that's probably worse. But Robert, let's move on here. When most people think super violent, scary video game, usually something like Grand Theft Auto, that's what springs to mind. But according to Retro Crush and your research, there was a much more disturbing, violent game that came out many years ago, correct?
Yeah, in 1986, or about 20 years ago now, there was an arcade game that you played called Chiller. Mm-hmm. And it was a shooting game where you had a gun, and instead of shooting deers or monsters or something, you pretty much shot at people that were hanging in torture chambers, and you could blast their legs off and shoot little wine presses to smash people's heads.
It's awful. I mean, they've got severed heads up on these shelves, and you just shoot them. You shoot the guillotine, so I'll bet that Bush, Cheney, and Rumsfeld used to spend a lot of quarters on that game down at the local arcade,
Yeah, this game's pretty... I mean, there's one of the scenes where there's just like this river of blood from all the gore that you're shooting at people, and they're getting stretched apart and knives in their chests, and this was, just at your local Chuck E. Cheese restaurant. And it didn't get a lot of controversy for the time, I guess, because people weren't as used to seeing this sort of thing. But looking back in retrospect, it's pretty crazy stuff there. We've got some sounds, I think, we'll put up there so you can kind of see a little bit more about what the game was like.
Yeah, I guess parents were more concerned about their kids getting diddled in the ball crawl at Chuck E. Cheese.
I actually got an email from some old dude who said he was one of the programmers on this game, and he really loved working on it, and he sounded pretty creepy there. I don't know, maybe it was a bunch of...
You think, all right, we got to get going here. But real quick, one of the best features you've ever done at Retro Crush, you must have put a lot of time into it, the top 100 scariest movie scenes of all time. Certainly we don't have time to go through all of them, but real quick, what are Robert Barry's top 3 scariest movie scenes of all time? Let's start out with number 3.
Well, the all-time, of the top 3 there, we had a lot of scenes from The Shining, but the scene where the little kid Danny is riding on his big wheel through the halls of the hotel in The Shining.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, hell yeah.
You hear the really scary wheels being on the carpet, then the hard floor, then the carpet.
Oh, come on. That's enough. You're making it all come back to me right now. We're watching it. And then he goes and he turns the corner, and there are those 2 creepy girls, and they're like, Danny, come play with us forever.
Right, then you just see this great shot of his face just convulsing in terror, and then you just see, like, the two girls just chopped up to bits with blood all over the walls there.
I'm surprised they didn't have, like, a shitty plastic costume with those two girls on it for little kids to wear.
You could probably just get two of those Small Wonder costumes.
Yeah, right. It was pretty close. All right, number 2, second scariest scene of all time. What is it?
Yeah, this is probably one of the best gotcha scenes before it became cliche. At the very end of Carrie, the girl, Amy Irving, I think, is standing over Carrie's grave, and everything has already been done, and the credits are about to go up, and she's about to lay flowers down, and then just this hand shoots out of the grave and grabs her hand, and there's this big loud noise, and then that's the true end of the movie. And this is before you were used to seeing Jason and all these other people. You thought they were dead, but they really aren't. So this really did surprise most of the audiences at the time, and really kind of fun to just watch everybody scream when it.
Yeah, it was awful. I wouldn't let my girlfriend give me a hand job for months after I saw that.
I thought that was just because she had a hook. So, and our number one scene, you know, a little bit thought of what was the scariest one of all time, but we put Psycho, the shower stabbing.
Yeah, see, this one, I don't know. I got to disagree with you on this one. And maybe it's because I've just seen it so many times. I don't know. It's just such the scene.
You know, because we thought, well, maybe we're a little bit jaded to it.
Yeah.
I've seen it so many times, but you figure, you know, 1960, when this came out, you know, 46 years ago, and it really did come out of nowhere if you didn't know any better. I mean, this is the star of the movie, gets killed within the first half of the film in the shower like that, and you know, it was pretty intense for the time, and you know, it's debatable whether it still has the power to scare people like it used to, but you know, we certainly had to give it tribute.
Yeah, I'm surprised that Teen Wolf 2 didn't make the list, though. I thought that Jason Bateman was just horrifying.
Right, I mean, we do it with the scourging scene of Passion of Christ is the scariest for this year, but yeah.
Well, there you have it, everyone. Now, for Robert's other 97 scariest movie scenes of all time, which will give you some great Netflix or illegal download ideas this month, go to retrocrush.com. Robert, thanks so much for being infected, man.
Thanks. I'm going to go x-ray all this candy you gave me. Make sure it's okay to eat.
Oh, it's all right. There might be some pins in it, but...
Look out for that candy corn. Martin made that up himself.
Hey, come back and talk to us when the Retro Crush book is published next year, okay?
Will do. Thanks.
All right, I'll come back sooner. There you go, everyone. That is Robert Berry from retrocrush.com. You must go check out his site. It's one of the best ones on the internet. All right, Gator and I are going to try to help Joey overcome his crippling fear of pickles by making him submerge his tiny bird-like body into a vat of hamburger relish. We'll be right back.
The Infected Halloween Party is brought to you by Extreme Carp Bait Carp Pellets. When it comes to catching carp, nothing else comes close. And now a word from our celebrity spokesperson, Harry Hamlin.
Mr. Hamlin, it's Gary. I'm coming in. You're wanted on the set.
Don't come in here.
Oh my God, what are you doing to those fish?
Extreme Carp Bait Carp Pellets. When it comes to catching carp, nothing else comes close.
Infected.
And welcome back to the Infected Halloween Party. Joey, man, you fucking smell like relish, man. Have a little self-respect, dude.
This pickle shit has to end.
Well, it's time for tonight's first scary check of the high-tech news ticker. Man, it was tough picking the scariest story for the Halloween Party edition, I gotta say. I mean, like I was saying, the kooks, they're just spraying their feces all over internet this month. It was tough. I mean, there's the lady who still breastfeeds her 9-year-old daughter. There was the feral girl who was raised by dogs.
They'll get you titty teeth if you.
We had the female school bus driver lady who rapes her child passengers. But they're all scary. But actually, what do you say because it's the Halloween party, let's do something a little different. Let's do the Halloween party check of the high-tech news ticker. Thanks to the power of internet, we're now able to see things that we couldn't once readily see, okay? That's the high-tech part, this whole internet thing.
You lost me there, buddy.
Now let's go to the news part.
All right. Uh-huh.
Check this out. This is the chicagopolice.org website, okay? These men that we're looking at here have all been arrested for prostitution in Chicago
That's fucked up.
in the last 30 days.
That's
Look at these
fucked
people.
up.
Look at them there.
Oh, I can see
All
it.
right?
And so can their families
Yeah.
and their children. And
Look at.
that's some fucked up shit.
And look, a lot of them, they're obviously cross-dressed. They are the prostitutes, these men.
Yeah,
Okay?
well, they're sexually
These
free.
are the Johns and the whores here. And the
They're
hookers.
sexually free.
They are. Now, okay, so that was the high-tech part. We could see it because of the internet. And then the news part, they've been arrested. Now, the scary Halloween part of the high-tech tech news ticker for Halloween. Which of these men, if you had to choose, would you be locked in a jail cell with for the next year? The next 365 days? You can pick one of these people.
James Gilkey.
That's my guy. I want to be with James Gilkey.
He
Are
looks
you
like
serious?
he looks like
He
a
looks
sweet
like
man.
a good guy.
Like a
Joey,
sweet
who would
man.
you take?
I ain't taking none of
You're
these.
not taking any of those
I'll
people?
bet James Gilkey would sing your little songs.
I'll bet
and
that
stuff.
James Gilkey is a nice man. I'll bet he's a great reader.
I bet you'd have good pillow fights with him and shit like that.
He'd probably just spend a year with his nose in an Isaac Asimov novel or something like that. He wouldn't bother you.
You sit there and watch Jeopardy with him and have a little contest every night.
I'll bet
Watch Judge Judy with him and
he'll
stuff like
get
that.
real deep sometimes, get kind of philosophical on you.
Yeah, you'd probably carve his name into your back. But that'd be fun.
Well,
Good times. Good
that's all the
times.
time we've got for this special.
Joey, wait, what's your scariest movie you ever saw?
My scariest movie.
Yeah.
I don't know,
Maybe a tackle of pickle in my ass.
Dead to me.
Joey.
I don't know. Signs scared the shit out of me.
Signs?
Signs, yeah. That Mel Gibson and UFOs.
Are you kidding?
Mel Gibson.
That M. Night Shyamalan Ding Dong thing?
Well, you know me. I hate aliens because,
Oh, because you,
That had
you get
that-
abducted by aliens all the time.
that
That's
Joaquin
right.
Phoenix.
What about like Communion or something? That's scary.
Communion was kind of freaky. So was what was the Fire in the Sky? That one also kind of
How
creepy.
about Close Encounters of the Third Kind when they come down?
That one was actually inspirational. I don't know why. That one kind of made me feel good about aliens again.
What about Attack of the Midget Gherkin?
Stop with the goddamn pickles!
Well, that's all the time we got.
He's known far and wide as the Pickler.
Stop
All the time we got for this special infected Halloween party.
Oh, fuck you telling us a story.
Martin, tell us a
No,
story.
come on, guys. It's getting late. We gotta
Come
go
on.
out.
It's
We gotta go
Halloween.
out.
We need a scary
Yeah, but we
story.
gotta go trick or treating when it's still light out, so we don't get hit by cars or
Well, hurry
kidnapped
up and
by
tell us the damn
perverts or
story.
something like that.
Just tell it.
All right. I guess it's not much of a Halloween party without a ghost story.
Yay!
This is the story of Ross and the birthday pony. Once upon a time, there was a child named Ross. Ross was homeschooled, so he didn't have that many friends. Fact is, most of the other kids in the neighborhood thought Ross was kind of a weirdo. So when Ross's birthday came around every year, his mom had to put together something pretty fantastic to get any of the other kids to show up at the party at all. That's why on Ross's 10th birthday, she rented a pony and told everyone to come dressed as a cowboy or an Indian and that there would be pony rides all day long. None of the neighborhood kids really wanted to go to Ross's party, but the idea of actually getting to ride a pony was enough to lure a few kids over for the party. But when it came time to ride the pony, Ross demanded to be the first in line. Well, it was his birthday, so Ross's mom decided to let him have his wish. But after an hour on the pony, and still refusing to get off, Ross's mom finally yelled at Ross and told him he was being rude. Ross didn't care about his guests. He was determined to stay on that pony as long as he could. Just then, though, a balloon popped and the pony took off with a start and ran right through the flimsy backyard fence. It jumped the Edelson Central Air Unit and ran smack into the street where Ross and the pony were killed instantly by a passing UPS truck. Everyone was stunned and went home without muttering a word or even having a slice of cake. And every year, on the same day, at least one person in the neighborhood would see a shimmering, ghostly visage of a bloody, broken Ross riding his three-legged pony around the block, through yards, across the street. Every year, Ross appeared 1 year older, and he always seemed sad. Eventually, some kids started putting out oats and hay every year on the day, and one year, a local news crew even stood vigil, waiting for Ross, but then never saw anything. Everyone knows that local news crews are chock full of assholes. The end.
That's a good ghost story.
Did that kind of spook you?
I got chills. I got chills up my back.
Did you?
Yeah, that scared the shit out of me. Ross.
Nothing like a kid getting hit by a UPS truck story.
It's a three-legged pony. You could hear it click, clop, click, clop, click, clop, click, clop. You look at it, see, there goes Ross.
Well, that really is all the time we have for this infected Halloween party. Thanks for coming, everyone. I hope you didn't eat yourself sick on candy like I did. Wow. And remember, this Halloween and every day of the year, don't get ripped by the Riptide. Thanks to the Black Lotus Coven and Robert Berry from RetroCrush.com. We'll see you at the bar.
You've been listening to Infected. If you're still listening, you're infected. This has been a very special Halloween party edition, and we've been having a really wonderful Halloween time. Halloween's a scary time of the year, so every time during Halloween, if you stay lay there deep and sleep in the darkness of your room, and you listen to Infected and you let it sink in, Infected comes down to you, and then you do That's the last fright you're going to get from us. You're infected.
Infected is written by Martin Sargent, J. Spooky Speiden, and, fuck that. I hate it when shows do that. Pickles Rabier's on controls. We're going to call him that from now on, not just on Halloween. Fucker had a pickle in his ass, for Christ's sake. It's only fair.
Run him up the flagpole, buddy.
Yes.